Yeah,
On my end.
we can do Loki first if you want, since that's like fresh.
Fresh.
I mean, technically, Black Widow's more fresh for me since like I saw Black Widow, but
Oh,
like
well,
it's
all right. We go Black
however
Widow.
you guys want to start it.
We can go Black Widow first.
I mean, I'm cool with whichever.
Let's go Black Widow.
Black
All right.
Widow, baby.
All right, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Super Talks. Today we're going to be talking about Black Widow and Loki. So we're doing a two-parter because it's a Marvel dump that you're doing right now, where they both came out about the exact same time with the last
Marvel
episode
titties.
in the movie.
Marvel titties, according to Tony. That's an episode should be called Marvel titties.
Marvel titties, yes, because I say, look, the way I say entities and Marvel, look, Marvel entities.
It sounds like
You're saying Marvel and titties.
That's literally what it sounds like. But I'm saying
like you said
Marvel
titties.
and entities. Like like that's just the way it sounds from my voice. So like I say Marvel entities, and it sounds like Marvel entities. Like I don't know why. That's just how it comes out. Marvel entities. Yeah, I gotta stop putting like so much focus to the T's. So like that's my issue. So with me today is obviously my co-host Jake.
Yeah, what's going on?
And we got our special guest Timon Wiener.
Hi.
That was so low key comparably to how I introduced you.
Yeah, that was on purpose.
Oh man! All right, and I completely already forgot which one are we starting with first.
Black Widow, dude. Jesus Christ.
We literally said it seconds after I started recording. Oh man, nothing professionalism here. Professionalism. See, man, I can't talk very well.
I guess we can start with Scarlett Johansson finally getting her time to shine in her solo movie.
And she didn't even shine.
Even though it should have come out like around sometime after Winter Soldier, or sometime after Age of Ultron, actually.
Yelena, dude, she shined. She stole the show.
Yeah, Florence Pugh is a great actress, man.
Yeah.
I mean, Florence Pugh is technically a much better actress than Scarlett Johansson.
I don't know how Zach Braff pulled Florence Pugh, but whatever.
He's charismatic.
Zach Braff is a handsome young man.
That's a handsome old man now.
He's like 43.
Yeah, that's still a young man.
That's a dad. What do you mean?
That's
a dad.
That's 9 years older than me. Dude. It's still a young man.
No, that doesn't work that way. Oh my gosh! All right,
they're both consenting adults. I guess that's what's important.
Yeah. And it's not like he knew her when she was like 16 and then groomed her until she was 24 and they started dating. Like they literally.
Yeah, not like James Woods dating his golf buddy's daughters when he knew them when they were like fucking 8.
Exactly.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up. Dude's already like 80. Dude's already like 80 years old, and then he,
he watches her grow up,
and it's like, hey, you're old enough to, do now. So
yeah. Which, like, when you think about it, that means he watched her grow up, and up until she was 18, he had to have been looking at her like she was someone that he was attracted to before she was 18. And he was just waiting for that opportunity.
Waiting to exhale.
Yeah. Which is completely different than Florence Pugh and Zach Braff.
Yeah, dude, Zach Braff is out busy doing his own shit, dude. Like,
all right,
he probably met her at like some sort of Hollywood party, and they just hit it off, like.
Zach Braff. I remember a few years ago, he was shooting a shot on one of Amelia Clark's Instagram posts, and he's talking to her fans and shit. And it's like, get out of here, Braff.
And then he got Florence Pugh.
I mean, if that's not a love story, I don't know what is.
Oh, that's funny.
So,
Black Widow, guys.
It takes place in between Civil War and Infinity War, right?
Yeah. It should have been the second movie. Honestly, after Civil War.
So now,
Honestly, because of like how it's set, like if I were Marvel, I would have released this before Endgame. I would have released it after Infinity War, just because it explains some stuff about like how she's able to run shit in Endgame.
yeah, I think after Endgame would have been a great.
And it would have been closure for her story because she dies in Endgame. Now, was this movie being shot at the exact same time that Endgame was?
Nah, I don't think so.
So it was shot after Endgame.
I
Yeah,
guess. I mean, obviously, yeah.
It kind of makes me not like the movie as much.
yeah, because
That's a
there's
fact.
like the post credit scene
Florence Pugh,
with Florence Pugh, and then
Julianne Dreyfus.
yeah, Juliet Dreyfus fucking coming in talking about like Hawkeye is responsible for Scarlett Johansson's death, Black Widow's death.
And this man was trying to kill himself the entire time.
Yeah, he's not responsible, dude. Like they were both trying to kill each other.
They were both trying to kill themselves.
Yeah. Neither one is responsible for their death, dude. Like he came back like fucking like everyone's like, "Where's Natalie? Where's Natasha? Whatever. Where's Natasha?" And
He straight up jumped off the cliff.
And then she pulled him back.
He's like, "Fuck this! No, I'm gonna save you." So it's like, nah, he did it. He did die, kill himself. But she was like, nah. Although I will say, as much as I love Clint, fuck everybody who hates on Clint, MCU Clint, comic Clint, Hawkeye is dope. I still think he should have been the one to die. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I agree.
I do not accept that Black Widow was dead in the MCU.
Now, if this movie would have come out before Endgame, I would have felt that her death meant something, much like how Tony's death was, because during Endgame we got his closure, but if we would have gotten her closure right before Endgame, like if this movie came out right after Infinity War, I would have been okay with her death. It would have made sense.
Yeah, like Tony's was sad and everything, but it's like. Yeah, at the same time, is it acceptable death as you get it? His arc was complete. And it's like, yeah, well, he ultimately proved that he is a hero. And he, sacrificed himself. Like, going back to that conversation with Cap he had in the first Avengers movie, he's like, you're never that guy to lay yourself down the line.
But he was going to sacrifice himself in that first movie. When he flew himself into the wormhole to fly that bomb and shit in there, like, he was not gonna make it back, but he did. He made it back by chance and luck.
Well, the whole point about their thing in the movie is that they were proving each other wrong. Like Cap was proving to him that what's special about him was not from a tube, and Iron Man was proving that he is the guy that will sacrifice himself to save everyone.
Yeah.
But yeah, like this is what I enjoyed the movie all throughout. I thought like it was funny with like a good serious tones here and there. I enjoyed it. But who doesn't like Dan Harbour? Florence Pugh. Huh?
David Harbour?
Is it David Harbour? Oh, is it David? I don't know why I call him Dan Harbour.
Isn't it that guy from Rick and Morty? Or Community?
His name is Dan Hoffman.
Dan Harmon.
Dan Harmon. That's his name.
Okay, I'm thinking David Harbour. Maybe. Oh, well, yeah, whatever. But
I got the first name mixed up. I always call him Dan Harbour. I thought it was Dan. I didn't realize it was David Harbour. My bad. I thought it was Dan. Yeah, like it was a good cast. I enjoyed watching all of them.
I remember a while ago, I read some leaks of the movie, and it basically said that Melina, Rachel Lee's character, was going to end up being a Taskmaster, no, she was going to be the final villain, I guess, a big villain, and that Taskmaster kill Red Guardian, and then that's I guess
that was
something like that. So I'm glad that didn't happen. You know, I was like, why?
Yeah.
That's such a waste.
What do
That
you
was a
think of
waste.
them changing Taskmaster? The
See, here's our
Taskmaster.
thing. Here's our thing. So I gave this movie a 6. I gave it a 6 because I enjoyed it, but I docked it because of Taskmaster. And I'm just like, this is just another Iron Man 3. It literally could have been Dreykov and the Widows as the villains. You know, like Iron Man 3 could have just been AIM and Eldridge Killian. You did not have to use the Mandarin for this. Like, you did not need the Mandarin for this.
And like with this one, you didn't need Taskmaster.
Yeah, it could have been just like a masked widow you had. You know, it could have been the same thing without using the Taskmaster mantle. Like, it could have been the same thing.
If they were going to use Taskmaster, they should have used them in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Would have made a better villain.
I think, you know, when I thought about it, it's like, for one thing, I'm really fine with the gender bin. I think that's fine. You know.
Yeah.
Because you can still do the same thing. It's just a girl now. It's like whatever.
Yeah.
And I feel like you can still do Taskmaster. She's not dead. She has free will. She still probably has that fighting skill. Still probably has that tech. And I'm sure the only thing that changed is like the free will thing. So maybe she just decides to be a fucking mercenary. You know, so you can still do it. So that's why I'm like, yeah, it's not that big a deal. I can see the frustration because it's like, you know, everybody's suddenly a huge Taskmaster fan online. I get that, but I I get that. So I get it in a sense, but it's not that big a deal, man. I think that she can come back. It would be a waste of Olga. I can never pronounce her last name. It'd be a waste of her, I think, if they didn't bring her back. I think she absolutely could fit in the MCU. Maybe like a Deadpool 3 or fucking Moon Knight. Put her in Moon Knight, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm fine with it. I'm okay with it. It's fine.
Okay.
Everybody loves Taskmaster now. All of a sudden. So
I mean, I don't know much about Taskmaster in the comics, but I mean, anytime Taskmaster appeared in any of the cartoons, it was always entertaining because he could just do anything.
He's annoying as fuck to fight.
And he's just a shit talking son of a bitch like all the time. And it's fine because he can back it up. Like unlike Deadpool, Deadpool can fight or whatever, but the main reason Deadpool can even fight is because he can't die. Taskmaster just fucking Taskmaster can still die. He still talks all this shit and just mimics all your stuff at the same time.
But I don't think he can mimic Deadpool, can he? I don't think he can mimic Deadpool. He can't mimic Deadpool and he can't mimic Moon Knight. Or he won't mimic Moon Knight. Because Moon Knight, he doesn't block shit. And it's like he just takes the hits. And so it like Taskmaster's like, if I fight like this dude, I'm gonna fucking die.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So he won't mimic Moon Knight. And so like
I saw a funny Taskmaster panel where he's going up against X-23. And he's all like, I can do that. I can predict what you're gonna do, and then she just stabs the fucking claw through his hand after he caught her fist. Just stabs the claw through his hand. He's like, "Oh, son of a bitch! I can't mimic
that." Here's the thing: like Taskmaster is not a villain that like really gets his own run, or people are like excited for a run. But like when you see him in someone's comic, you're like, "Oh shit, this is gonna be a good fight." Yeah, like, that's literally what Taskmaster is for. He's never been anything other than that or crazy special.
Yeah.
So people were like, I remember seeing some posts where people were like, "Y'all are talking shit about Taskmaster, but this is the most in depth that they've given to the character ever," and I'm like. Well, yeah, that's true. But this character was never meant to be anything deep or anything. He's just like, you pay me? All right, I'll go kill them. Or I will fight them.
It's like a diet Deathstroke.
Yeah. That's very agreeable.
I think Taskmaster could probably beat the brakes off of Deathstroke, though.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that, bro. Like, I don't know about that. Deathstroke has done a lot more stuff that Taskmaster.
Deathstroke goes at like fucking metas and shit. So
yeah. Taskmaster is smart about who he fights. Deathstroke would just throw himself in a situation and it's like, all right, I can.
And he's a super soldier, basically.
Yeah,
so.
he's a super soldier. Yeah, I like how they made. They actually, touched on her being a super soldier because everyone was treating her as if she was just a regular person throughout the entire Marvel series. Yeah. And this actually acknowledged that she's a super soldier.
Natasha?
Yeah.
Yeah, they never explain that. It's like she's technically like a super that's not as potent as Cap, but she has that's because she was as well not in the MCU, but she's about as old as Cap is. Like wasn't she like born in maybe like the 30s or something like that?
Somewhere around there. She's
not that much younger than Cap. Not that much younger than Cap is. Like
that's accurate.
I mean, in this series, she was a little kid in the 90s.
Yeah, she's talking outside the MCU.
Yeah, I know.
So that serum, it'd been cool if they like had done that. We already knew because I think that they showed her like ID in Winter Soldier. She's born in like 87 or 86, something like that.
Yeah.
So we already knew, but it'd been cool if they had just detailed that. Oh, she's alive.
I thought that little girl that was playing her in the beginning of the movie, I thought that was a little boy.
Nah, that's Mila Jovovich's daughter.
Yeah.
Okay. I was all like, dude, like, who's this little boy? Like, who's this?
And when I saw that screenshot of
calling her Nat and shit, or with Nat or whatever, I was like, okay, that's Natasha, right?
Yeah, when I saw the post that Mila Jovovich posted, I was like, "Oh shit, that is her daughter. They look exactly the same."
You know what? That kind of proves to me that like they probably have approached because it's like you don't see like Mila Jovovich or Kate Beckinsale in these superhero movies.
Yeah,
like I'm sure they had to have at least approached Kate Beckinsale, Marvel or DC. Like you can't tell me they haven't approached her, either one of them. And so it's like, okay, we got Mila Jovovich's daughter. They probably maybe like Mila just like, nah, I'm good on something. It's like there has to be roles for them.
But my daughter, if you need her, she's available.
I mean, Mila Jovovich can still play roles. Like I'm pretty sure I wouldn't mind. In fact, maybe like Madam Mask, something like that would be pretty dope.
Mila Jovovich is awesome, dude. Like she should be.
Like, I can see her as Black Widow, actually.
Yeah, maybe I could.
Or Yelena, even if they weren't going for like the little sister angle.
Yelena's gonna be some sort of Black Widow, and she's gonna
be Black Widow, the next one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I think when Natasha first met her, they were fighting because she's like, "That mantle's mine. Fuck you. I'm Black Widow now."
Isn't there a Hawkeye series coming out?
Yeah, with Haley Steinfeld.
And so that's what that shit's gonna be all about. Is probably her trying to get her revenge, and then realizing that fucking he had nothing to do with it.
She's probably gonna.
They used to picture when he was Ronin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why they're like framing him, but I guess they're forming the Thunderbolts. Maybe she's trying to take out the rest of the Avengers.
Yeah.
And so they can form their own Avengers.
I think so.
That'd be weird. That'd be wild as fuck if they're trying to take out the rest of them. Because who's left? Banner, Hawkeye,
Thor.
Then I can take out Thor. But what fucking try.
You know what's crazy is that she's a super soldier, and Clint got the best of her.
No, she cut the rope when like he was trying to save her, and like he didn't. And they're both trying to kill themselves. So like the fight.
No, when she was younger. Because Hawkeye got the best of her when they were younger, and he let her live.
Because he's fucking Hawkeye. Put some respect on his name, sir.
Bro, but she's a super soldier. He's just a regular ass. Martin. Fuck that drug addict.
Okay, think about it this way. Avengers movie, they won. Avengers Age of Ultron, they won. They both had Clint both those times. They didn't have Clint in Infinity War. And
Stop with that bullshit ass theory, man.
Endgame,
That's some
they won.
bullshit ass theory.
No. They needed Clint. They lost when they didn't have him. They won when they did have him. Those are the facts, man.
He was barely there. Yes, he helped beat the entire Thanos army. Yes, he was the main reason they won.
He is. His absence, they lost. His presence, they won.
Oh my gosh! Just him being there is the reason they won. It's not that Doctor Strange saw the future.
I guess you just look at it like, I mean, he's pretty skilled himself. Maybe just
he is skilled.
Yeah.
I just find it weird that he was able to beat Black Widow. At least MCU.
I
Clint.
think Black Widow is probably more skilled than he is, but
that's what I'm saying.
Even in MCU, because remember in the first Avengers movie, she got the best of him when she had to save him from being under Loki's spell.
Exactly.
But I mean, she's not invincible, you know.
I don't know what they had to do in order for her to get beat by Clint. It probably wasn't Clint by himself. It was probably like a full-on team.
It was Clint by himself.
Are you sure?
No, because we never see it.
All right, then. Don't just say it was.
I'm just saying it because, like, dude, Hawkeye's been one of my favorite characters since I was a kid.
Motherfucking Barton. All these young MCU fans hating on him because they don't like Jeremy Renner. They're like, man, fuck Hawkeye. Blah, blah, blah. Like, I only watching Hawkeye for Haley Steinfeld. Like, okay, you watch Hawkeye for Haley Steinfeld. Dude, I'm watching it for Haley Steinfeld too, but I'm also watching it for Clint.
Dude, Clint Barton is also Jason Bourne, a version of Jason Bourne, dude. Like,
get the fuck out of here. You know what? I'm only watching it for Haley Steinfeld and Haley Steinfeld only.
You can watch it for both, okay?
I legit just said it's for Haley Steinfeld only.
Well, I'm a Hawkeye fan.
Sam.
She's Hawkeye too, though, so.
Exactly. She's Hawkeye. I'm watching it for Hawkeye.
Yelena's probably going to drag her all over New York, but.
I mean, yeah, Elena is going to beat her ass.
That's neither here nor there.
Okay, so back to what I wanted to say about how I felt about the movie while watching it. I felt like it was just them getting over the heat that people were like, yo, you just killed off Black Widow and she didn't even have a full story like Tony did. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, you fridged the fuck out of her.
Well, Ike Perlmutter, however the fuck you say his name, is a bitch. You know, he's like, nobody wants to see women superheroes. Nobody wants to see black superheroes. They were supposed to do Black Panther like fucking years ago. And he's like, nah, no black people. Nobody cares about black heroes. Like, nobody cares about women. So it's like, yeah, they won't sell. We're talking about toys. Like, nobody wants those toys. That's why
this Black Widow movie had a grand total of fucking 3 men with speaking roles in it. It was awesome.
Is it okay? So
David Harbour and the main villain and
the one dude that provides like tech and shit.
General Ross, too. So
General Ross.
So 4.
Yeah, so 4. I didn't even notice too. Yeah. I didn't even notice it's just like 4 dudes in it. So it's like, if nobody notices, what's the fucking big deal? You know?
Yeah.
Like, why are you tripping off this shit? Just let him.
Here's
obviously sells.
I forgot
the thing about this movie.
In the beginning,
I was like, this is like women get it done, and like done well. Like, so people will stop bitching about A-Force.
No, they won't.
They should. It was just like
the concept of A-Force. They will hate it because in comics, A-Force is born like out of Doom World, and it's like there was a matriarchal society. And they had a team of superheroes. So think about that in this day and age.
I know. They'll hate it.
Process that. They're going to hate them.
They're going to be like, oh, this is misandry.
Yeah. So,
like, misandry. Yeah. They're going to be like, this is misandry. Yeah. You're just doing faux woman empowerment so you can shit on men. That's the exact same shit that Comicsgate is going to say. They're going to call it misandry.
And now she's going to post a meme about socialism that he doesn't understand.
Post a meme that he doesn't get.
About socialism that he doesn't understand.
There are people who should not be allowed in politics, and that is one of them.
Well, I hope he never gets involved in politics.
But yeah, this movie it was decent. I need to watch it again though, because I
It
actually
was really good.
did enjoy it. I wanted more of Rachel Weisz's character. So they said Vicky already said her and David Harbour are definitely gonna come back.
All right.
I'm pretty sure they're just gonna do something. I don't know what they're doing. Probably setting up Thunderbolts, Dark Avengers, just whatever. But I know they're probably gonna be attached to whatever Yelena is part of. Like I'm not sure what else they can or they would do. I don't think they're gonna do a Red Guardian movie unless they do that Russian Avengers movie, something like that. Red Guardian, Ursa Major.
Everybody.
The Red Guardian, Ursa Major, and all those dudes. Because they were just fighting the Avengers in the current run for a bit.
I don't know. We'll see what we get for that. Anybody else feel like his character was like useless in the movie?
He was pretty useless. But also, maybe that's the thing. It's like usually they don't give the women the one girl enough to do in the whole ensemble, and they didn't give the one dude enough to do in this one. So maybe that's the point.
That shit was funny that he was pouring his heart out to Natasha, and it's his wife.
Oh yeah, when they had the face swap shit.
Yeah. She just says it in Natasha's voice. It's like she's out of the thing, and he's like, "How did you do it?" Well, I designed them, and then she takes off the face mask. That was funny.
And there was a scene when they first got him, and she was talking about how they're like, "We don't have ovaries, none of it," and they just ripped it all out. Said, really, I was about to go into fallopian tubes too, but if you don't want to hear it, then fine.
Apparently, Florence Pugh fought for that fucking line or for that whole like dialogue to be in there. Like they were gonna cut that shit out of the movie, and she's like, "No, I'm Black Widow. I'm the captain now." Like,
how you guys feel about it being comedic?
I mean, is it comedic? I didn't take it as comedic.
No, I meant like how they delivered it, the scene. Like that's like one of
the only thing that made
I thought they did a good job with it.
Made it comedic was Red Guardian's reaction about like, all right, you know, like
yeah.
He was just like just the man that doesn't want to like be a part of the conversation, really.
And I don't think he knew fully what he was what the kid went through. Like,
he didn't realize the ramifications of his actions.
Yeah.
Like I remember seeing a post on ATG about like imagine putting a scene about a woman talking about her uterus getting removed and putting it as comic relief, and it's like that wasn't comic relief. That was them talking about their life.
Yeah, everybody's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" That was not comic relief.
That was not comic relief. It was a serious moment about how their father did them bogus and like put them into an organization that experimented on them and made them unable to have children.
And it's real shit that happens.
It's real shit that happens to women. Yeah, this was a commentary on trafficking of women. Throughout the world.
Like Scarlett Johansson said, like they started developing this around the Weinstein shit that started coming out.
Yeah,
so it was very influenced by like Me Too, and that whole scene in his office is like shit.
I think it was also like the whole Jeffrey Epstein thing.
I guess,
but I fit into that too.
And it's like that's what they were going for with this, and like that scene in his office is like really good for it. I think, like when he raised his hand at her, she flinched. Even though she knew damn well she could beat his ass in like 4 seconds, but
I found it funny how like after that, like after her getting hit so many times, like she like starts laughing, goes to his desk, and she's like, "I'm gonna have to do it myself because you're too much of a bitch to actually be able to hurt me." And then she just like crashes her head to the desk just to sever the nerve so she could fuck him up.
Yeah, she's trying to hit him. Yeah, she's trying to egg him on so she can just whoop his ass real quick. And Yeah, like she's like, dude, you hit like a bitch, bro, dude. Like,
yeah. To me, this was like the most mature Marvel movie out of all of them. Wouldn't you all agree?
Winter Soldier literally exists.
I mean, Winter Soldier, yes, but I think this is more mature than Winter Soldier.
Means like we mean mature.
Like in terms of like what, like the message.
No, well, yeah, okay. Well,
yeah, Winter Soldier was just all like, oh, my buddy's not dead, and he's
Yeah, my buddy's dead. My buddy's not dead, and he's a villain. Oh no, I got to go against the government for him.
But was he a villain?
no, he wasn't.
It was
He
mind control.
was brainwashed. Yeah,
Or was he just a puppet?
it was,
He was a pawn.
everybody's a puppet in the MCU.
Those widows weren't villains either. They were just puppets.
Because now, with what we found out in the last episode of Loki, is basically everybody's a puppet the whole time due to
Do you want to wait for when we talk about Loki?
We're not there yet.
I'm just saying, everybody's a puppet in the MCU.
This man is throwing spoilers on a current discussion where we're gonna talk about Loki, but not yet. Oh man, it's not Simone if he doesn't do this. All right. So, favorite moment of the movie, guys. What was your favorite moment?
Oh, moment, but I think in terms of like scenes, I really like the scene we had to rescue Alexei.
I was gonna say that too.
I think that's a really good action set piece there.
So the rescue is your favorite scene
with that white suit, and I also really like that scene where Yelena was making fun of Natasha's pose.
Yeah, that was such a good scene.
Apparently, that was born from Florence Pugh like talking shit about it, like messing with Scarlett on set about it, because stunt performers were saying like, yeah, somebody actually landed in this pose, they would break their entire fucking body, like that, and they were like, Florence Pugh kept poking at it, and then the writer, I guess he's
threw it in there,
and he's like, you know what, this is really funny, I'm gonna put this in a movie.
Well, like Deadpool made fun of the superhero landing in I think the second one, maybe the first one, where he's all like, "Oh my god, dude, how do you do that?"
Yeah, you're right, because like the way she lands, like if you do like a backflip from something, you land with your fucking leg extended like that, their leg doesn't snap. Like
exactly, because there's no like actual like firm. It's not a firm landing because all your weight is being put like on like small portions of your body, so it's gonna snap.
Like maybe Natasha could take it because she's
superhuman.
Yeah, her and Cap could take that, but like Clint's just getting stabbed.
Yeah, regular people, they're gonna get broken.
I liked the when Black Widow meets up with Yelena for the first time in Budapest, however the fuck you say it. Fucking,
it's Budapest.
I know it's spelled Budapest, but even like Natasha, no, it's Budapest.
Well, that's how they say it over there.
Yeah, I get that's probably how the locals pronounce it. And I like that. And then once they were all like coming to terms of like, all right, like let's help each other out. Then they're getting ambushed, and it leads into that chase. Like I like that whole sequence right there.
My favorite scene is when they're getting along, and then they start talking about her jacket and the many pockets.
Oh yeah,
that was such a good scene. Oh my god!
And she's like, "I like your jacket." It's like,
I knew it.
It's so cool, right?
It's so cool. Has all these pockets. I can put
stuff so much stuff in there. No one would even know.
Oh my god!
Dude, Florence Pugh is such a great addition to the MCU.
I know.
I love it so much. It's like
I like the fact that it was so funny. She was still able to make it deep though, because she made it deep because it was like she said it was the first act, like the first thing that she was able to decide on her own without being mind controlled.
Yeah.
Or having to do with like a mission or anything like that. So like it made it even deeper with that. So like the fact that it was like a heartfelt moment between the two sisters makes it even so much better.
Yeah. This has a great addition. I mean, her next appearance is Hawkeye. Then after that, I don't know. What if she kills Clint? Like, oh shit.
It wouldn't like Clint should just retire. He should just
He
go into
probably is going
retirement.
to once he
Yeah.
trains Haley.
Yeah, he has his wife and daughter. Like he can just retire.
Dude's like 50 almost, so he's probably gonna
Yeah.
retire. But he's just probably why he's training. Hawkeye. Kate
Kate.
Bishop.
Yeah.
It makes sense that he'll retire. Like I'm not expecting much
I'm so
for him
excited
to
for
do much.
I'm so excited for like the new crop of MCU actors though.
Oh yeah, same here. It's all really good
Florence
stuff.
Pugh, like Florence Pugh, Haley Steinfeld, Emilia Clarke, bro. I'm excited for that.
Of course you are.
But they also got like Kit Harington coming on, Angelina Jolie and Salma Hayek. It's like wow.
Man, I wish Zendaya wasn't already in the Spider-Man universe because I would have loved her to be a superhero.
Yeah. Yeah.
It sucks that she's put in as MJ right now because I could see her becoming a superhero or
they can
at
still
least
do it because she's a new character anyway, so they can still technically,
I guess
they can still technically make her something. I guess like
make her Silk.
no, Silk is Asian.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You took me so serious.
You were serious.
I wasn't.
I thought you were. I was like, nah, bro.
No. Like they already have a Spider-Woman picked out too, right? Or is it Silk that they already picked out? I forget which one of the two.
Just said, well, I don't know. There's a theory that Emilia Clarke is actually playing her. There's a theory. I think it's Abigail Brand though, but it's like maybe she's playing
Spider-Woman.
Jessica Drew as a Skrull. Scroll Queen, who would still be.
Nope, we're getting America Chavez though.
But it's probably like I don't know. I feel like it's gonna end up being Daisy Ridley because apparently Daisy Ridley read the script and was like really loved it, and she wants to be in a superhero movie. So I wouldn't be surprised if Daisy Ridley is gonna be Spider-Woman. She wants to do it, so.
Emilia Clarke in the background. This bitch takes every role that I want.
Daisy Ridley?
Yeah. No, Emilia Clarke is gonna be like that about Daisy Ridley.
No.
Because they look fairly similar.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do. They look similar. Come on.
Well, Emilia Clarke can play Luke Cage if she wants. That would be all good. That'd be talking
Luke Cage.
That'd be completely down.
No, come on.
Fucking Galactus.
Okay.
Or
I'll allow Galactus.
Galactus is dark.
Galacta. Just her going around eating planets.
No, Galacta doesn't eat planets. She's nice.
She doesn't.
She lives on Earth. She lives on Earth.
This is how much I know about Galacta.
And rejects her father's bullshit.
Oh, good for her.
Look that shit up. Galacta.
I'm not gonna look up Galacta, bro. Like, nah. Like. All right. So overall, guys, Sorry, not overall. What else would you guys like to add about Black Widow?
I don't know. I think it was fine. I think it was just off. Like they should have just released it at a different time.
I think they're gonna. I think it's gonna be like a franchise though, because I don't know. Scarlett said something about a while ago that this can be a new franchise or whatever, and it could just very well be Yelena taking over as Widow, and the Black Widow 2 is just her, which would be pretty dope.
I mean, there's enough time between Civil War and Infinity. Endgame, because that's when she dies. There's enough time between that for there to be more Black Widow movies.
But I don't think she's active like that, though.
Huh?
I don't think she was active like that though.
Maybe it'll just lead up to her like having her top spot in Endgame and then her dying. That's probably
Well, I
like
think when she got that ship, she went straight up to meet up with Cap and Sam because she was wearing that was the exact thing she was wearing, outfit, hairstyle, everything when they went to
Yeah.
rescue what's her name, Wanda and Vision. I think she just went straight there, and that's when all that shit kicked off. Because like what Civil War is 2016,
yeah,
Infinity War happened in
2021 I think or 2020
2018. Infinity
2018.
War.
Okay, never mind. So it's a 2 year difference.
21.
I don't know. I'm thinking of like the sorry. I'm thinking of Endgame where it's 5 years later.
Yes, that'd be
Yeah.
2023.
22, right? No,
Because
2023.
Infinity War is
Yeah,
2018 and it's 5 years.
yeah, you're right, bro. I have a broken brain today.
We all do. It's all good.
All right, keep going.
No, but I just feel like because she went straight up to meet up with Sam and Steve, and it, that started all that shit. So it was the same outfit she was wearing. It doesn't really mean anything. It's the same outfit, but still, what the fuck else was she doing with that ship? So
I mean, but they could do before Infinity War and during Infinity War, right before Endgame.
dude, what if
That's
they
what I'm
did like
saying.
a Secret Avengers movie real quick? Like she went on one mission with Sam and Steve real quick before they had to meet up with Wanda. Them. And we get
I mean,
Chris
that's what
Evans back.
I'm saying. It feels like they're leading up to Secret Wars.
Well, that's part of the Loki discussion, though.
Yeah.
So you gotta hold on to that. That's part of the Loki discussion.
Well, like even without Loki, it does feel like Secret Wars is imminent.
But I think the more recent Secret Wars, though.
All right, if you had to pick a placement for this movie, where would you put it at?
This Black Widow movie?
Yeah, like in terms of like,
When
where
it
do you
should've
think
gone
they
up?
should have released it?
I think it should have been right after Civil War.
Nah, but I don't know. I think after Infinity War would have made. I don't know. I think directly after Endgame, because then like if it happened after Infinity War, we would have got spoiled that Natasha's gonna die.
No, because they wouldn't show that ending credit. The only reason they show that ending credit is because Endgame already released.
I mean, this movie was supposed to come out after Endgame, anyways.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Because it was released after Endgame. That's why they have that end credit.
But it totally came out way before any of the TV shows.
It would have if it were for COVID.
Speaking of end credit scene, a little bit of wholesomeness. How early in the movie you were talking about kids, and they were like, "I want a dog," and she got her dog.
Yeah. Yeah, she got her dog. She still has her vest.
No, she gave Natasha the vest because that she was wearing that bitch in Infinity War.
No, but she got it back after Natasha died. She was wearing it in the end credit.
She must have found a new one.
It must have been the exact same one then.
Because how is she gonna have the exact? I guess she wouldn't wear it when.
No, she was wearing her Black Widow costume when they went to the planet. Yeah. If I were to place this somewhere, it'd be right after Infinity War, and they would have obviously changed the end credit, and they would have probably done like 2 end credits at the end of Endgame instead of just one, because they've done double end credits before, so they would have just put that end credit right after Endgame.
Shoot, I think even in some they've done like a triple end credit, but like it's rare.
I mean, it's mainly for the Avengers stuff, so it would make sense on an end game. The end credit that they would have done for this one, maybe to lead into one of the shows.
It would have been a Thanos tease. Come on now. Maybe like Thanos chilling on his porch.
Possibly.
Captain Marvel. Maybe like that Captain Marvel scene.
Did Captain Marvel come out after?
It came out right before
Infinity War.
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Oh, okay, so it came out way before Infinity War then.
No, Ant-Man and the Wasp. The second one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I thought Captain Marvel came out after Ant-Man too.
No, it came out right before.
That's what I'm saying. It came out way before Infinity War then.
No, before Endgame.
Oh, okay, my bad. Sorry, I'm getting confused.
People are like, oh, Captain Marvel only made $1 billion because it came out right before Endgame. They were just hyped for that. It's like Ant-Man and the Wasp came out after Captain Marvel, though. And that did make $1 billion. So explain that, Ethan. I mean, Nasser. I mean, what should it
Insert
any
man that hates a woman.
Any comics gate dude.
Insert any incel.
But yeah, so I think I don't know. Yeah. I just feel like, either way, Scarlett deserved it. As much as I love Carol, you guys know I love Captain Marvel.
Yeah, there should have been a Black Widow movie way before.
Black Widow should have been first.
Yeah, Black Widow should have been way ahead of Captain Marvel, and the reason why I say this movie should have been released right before Endgame is the fact that there was closure to her story, and it would have made her death meaningful. It would have not made her death feel like it was a fridge.
I just learned what fridging was from that new Deadpool and Korg reacting to New Guy trailer.
Really? I've mentioned fridging a lot of times in our
Didn't it directly come from Green Lantern, Kyle Rayner? His girlfriend was literally fridged.
I think so.
It's basically like a concept of
imagine being Gail Simone and being and like telling the comic book studios like fuck you and your fridging of women characters. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna write them so good that you can't fridge them at all. And then imagine having a TV show later on CW fridging the character that you made everybody love.
Which one?
Black Canary.
Oh, well,
damn.
We know how that went with Guggenheim.
Yeah, because really, people started really loving Black Canary again, and there was a resurgence for her with Birds of Prey.
Well, blame Mark Guggenheim.
I do. I mean, Gail Simone herself blames him.
I mean, I never forget how she randomly goes after OSC fans, and she used to do that. She would just randomly tweet OSC sucks.
All right, back to Black Widow though. I think we've discussed it enough. Y'all want to move to Loki?
Yeah, I mean.
All right, wait. Before we move on, what would you rate it?
Well, like I said, it's pending, but I did give it a 6, but it'll probably end up being a 7. So
I was going to give it a 7, a weak 7.5.
I'm gonna give it 7 to 8. A good solid 7, light 8.
Scarlett gets to 12. Florence gets to 13.
They both get a 10. And the mom gets a 10 as well.
Yes.
David Harbour gets a 9.
He gets a 4.
Gets a 4. Eat a dick.
He gets a 9 because there's no such thing as a 10 with men.
Well, Chris Evans is a 10, so.
Chris Evans is a 9.9.
I'm a fucking 10, dude.
A 10 in a fucking pH balance, bitch, because you're basic as shit.
Amelia gets a 40. Yeah, let's go to Loki.
All right, Loki discussion.
I snuck
I'm
that
sure
in.
y'all have heard our first episode discussion about Loki. So now you will hear about the full season, what we thought about it.
5 weeks later.
5 weeks later. All right. Jake, you started.
Well, so Loki kind of started out kind of slow, a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, but it really picked up, and
Slow.
I
a
didn't
little
think
bit.
it.
Slow.
Not that it was bad. It was just a lot of exposition and
No, I'm
backstory.
saying that because I don't think it started slow. I'll let you finish though.
Well, I mean, not that it was bad. It's just like started a little bit slow, but then it picked up a lot and introduced us to some really good characters like Sylvie. I liked Morbius as well. Um, I think it did a good. They kind of plucked this. This is Loki from Avengers, the first Avengers movie, right?
Yeah.
No, a lot of
Yeah.
I know a lot of complaints was like they kind of just rushed his character development to get him to where he should be. But it's like I don't view it that way. I think he saw that his where his life ended, and I think that humbled the fuck out of him.
Yeah.
So I think people are like missing that notion that like he saw his death and the timeline just ended like 4 years from now. And so I like that it got emotional, more emotional than I expected. And um yeah, I liked how they connected all the different Lokis, like his variant who's Sylvie, who's probably gonna be Enchantress now, I guess, or eventually.
She looks like
Um
Enchantress.
she's probably gonna end up running the TVA because she never left Kang, or Immortus, I should say. Um, and I like that they pretty much just set off the whole multiverse, the entire multiverse. Now everything is gonna be just so like he's gonna. I'm pretty sure he's gonna explain if this happens, like Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield being in there. Um, Feige said it was gonna change the MCU more than anything else, and just like he was fucking right because that last episode was like
Yeah.
They should have released what they should release what if right after this.
they
I
are.
think that
That's the next
yeah.
one.
No,
That's
like right after, like right after. Like I know they're already like putting like stuff, like they're already promoting the fuck out of what if because they're gonna release it soon. But like they should have like 3 weeks later release it.
I think it's in a few weeks though.
I really think yeah, I think it's coming out like next month.
Yeah,
Yeah, but that's
not that
like
long.
five
And I
weeks
think,
after.
That's
I'm pretty sure What If is just gonna be all those different timelines
Yeah,
that they did. Like that was the theory that they're just showing all those. Yeah, August 2021. They don't have an actual date, but
it's coming out next month, dude.
wait, does it
yeah.
have a date?
All right,
It just says August. But
all right, Wiener.
yeah, I think What If it's supposed to be. They're gonna show all those different gonna show all those different timelines, like Haley Atwell being Captain America or Captain Britain, I guess. I don't think that's what they're gonna call her, but
Give her the mad
you got
shoulders.
T'Challa gonna be Star Lord. You got T'Challa gonna be Star Lord, and yeah. So I think Loki just set up a lot of possibilities for a lot of shit because I think that there's so many ways they can just bring in like the X-Men and the Fantastic Four in. It'd be so easy right now because they have so many reasons for it because they did
Yeah.
basically just start the multiverse. So
And
Yeah,
I think it's
and
really
the,
well done.
and the new main timeline or whatever timeline Sylvie sent Loki to in the last episode. Because I like we're Mobius and what's it B12 don't even know who the fuck he is. They're all like, "Who are you? Like what? What?" It's like, man, what the fuck? We just spent like a whole week hanging out with each other, bro. Like,
Yeah. And then you looked up and saw that Kang statue,
yeah,
and then the realization hit
yeah,
him. It's like, oh shit, Kang already fucked shit up.
yeah. Shit happened faster than you thought.
so we don't even know what timeline he got sent to. We don't know if he got sent to the main timeline or some alternate fucking who's it, what's it, like, oh
And the
my god.
fact that like he finally made like a legitimate friend in Mobius, now he doesn't even know who he is. It's like, damn, that's really fucked up.
And now you're trying to explain that the new all father, the one like this dude's fucked up. They're like, nah, like who the fuck are you, bro? Like, there's no way. Kang, the timekeeper. Like, no.
The TVA is a black-owned business.
It is. I saw that.
I remember my friend, someone made a post about something, and I put, well, most of the upper management is black, so like you would assume that it's a black-owned business.
Yeah, it is. Shit, dude. Like, yeah, everybody that did something.
Yeah, everyone that like controlled something.
Also,
like, what? Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, like Ravina, and then like that T something lady. I forget her name.
Yeah,
B15.
Like, huh?
B52. Shut up.
I said B15, not B52.
Oh, B15.
Not the band. I said B15. I'm surprised that joke has not come up at all during this whole show.
Yeah, that is surprising.
I'm surprised nobody's made that joke.
Bro, I barely heard you, so I didn't even hear you say the band.
No, I said B15.
Okay.
That's what it was.
Okay.
I'm very surprised nobody made any B52 jokes.
Not B182.
Blink 182.
Exactly. All right, so yeah. Your thoughts on Loki, Wiener?
Oh, dude, Loki was fantastic. I don't even know what the fuck Jake's talking about. It started out slow because it was expedition driven, but then so the fuck was the last episode. It was like they like kind of mirrored each other with like it was basically nothing but exposition. Kind of like the whole series was a lot of exposition until like episode 4 and 5. And even those were, because then you had to figure out where all these Lokis came from. You get all of their backstory. And you never find out if Black Thor was telling the truth or not. Like, because everyone's just saying
Black Thor?
Yeah.
Loki?
I mean, Black Loki. He looked like
boastful Thor. Loki.
I know it was all Loki, but like, you never find out if he's fucking finding if he's telling the truth or not. He's all like, dude, I whooped everyone's ass. I got all the Infinity Stones, dude. I was the dude. Everyone's all like the alligator's like, nah, you're full of shit, bro. Like,
Alligator Loki.
But they believe that Kid Loki killed Thor though.
And then you got the Frog Thor down there in the like on the way to their little underground lair. All that shit was fucking cool.
Throg.
Throg. I don't know. The whole show was mainly expedition driven throughout the whole thing, with some action stuff sprinkled in. So like, I don't even know what you're talking about. It started out slow. If you're saying it started out
not
slow,
in a bad way, not in a bad way.
then the whole series was slow. Then.
Well, I didn't mean it in like a bad way. Like I said, like the first episode was just a lot of just them, setting everything up. So like the TVA showed the idea of that.
Man, I don't know how I thought that was slow. In the first episode, they're like, "You fucking die," the end. There, and then he tries to escape right after that,
and he realizes he can't really until he learns more about what he can do and who he can manipulate, and then he eventually does get out when he meets Sylvie for the first time.
Yeah, the funniest thing is when he meets like his other variants, and he's like, and like they start all fighting against each other, and he's like the realization in his head is like, holy shit, I'm a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
He's also like, I'm a hot asshole though.
Yeah, dude, he is the hottest one. It's like, I don't know, dude. Black Loki's pretty fucking hot though too, but he's just and he's a fucking dickhead, dude. He betrayed the other Lokis for the other Lokis to come and invade and shit, and that was just and then it's just a whole fucking clusterfuck of Loki's just beating each other's asses, dude. That shit was hilarious.
Like,
Bro, get the fuck out of here. You're telling me that OG Loki doesn't look hot? Fuck out of here.
He's like,
in that One Piece suit. What'd you say?
The costume was straight up awesome.
Yeah, he's like, Mayor Loki. He's like, why the hell is there an alligator in here?
I'm Loki too. Oh man,
alligator Loki stole the show. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, the fact that he like ate off his arm.
Adorable thing ever when he was just walking on his
own. Main Loki's like, why the fuck is he wearing the horns? They're like, he's a Loki too, bro. Like
protect this thing, protect this alligator at all costs.
Fucking Owen Wilson, Mobius was all like, dude, you can throw a rock in here and hit a Loki. And when he found out the alligator Loki, he's like, dude, I'm not even surprised by any of this shit anymore, dude. Like, I don't know. He never gets his jet ski. He probably doesn't even know he loves jet skis anymore.
Well, he's still alive. He can still get it.
But like, he's a whole different. He's not the same Mobius. He's a whole different Mobius. He's a very.
The multiverse exists. There's another Mobius that did get the jet ski.
There better be a Mobius that got a fucking jet ski.
We didn't get any. Wow. No, nobody. Okay.
I'm surprised he didn't do any wows, just because like there's so much shit to just wow at. Okay?
Yeah.
Everything that's going on.
Him seeing that cloud demon monster. Wow.
What was its name?
I don't know. It's actually an A, I think. Goliath, yeah. That's an O, isn't it?
I don't know. I thought it was with an A. Goliath and not Goliath. Like, yeah.
Probably. When they realized that they're more powerful than they thought, because like Loki just like pretty much built all of Asgard with like his magic.
It was an illusion, though. It wasn't like none of those constructs were real.
I mean, that's still a lot.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he was crushing it, and he was just laughing at it. Like right before he died, he was just laughing about it. Like, I'm the shit, bitch.
I was like, damn, that's a powerful Loki. That's like the most magic we've seen the Loki do the entire time.
Yeah, besides some of those like quick conjuring, whatever, like, yeah. That's I don't know. I heavily enjoyed this shit, and like I saw a lot of shit on ATG. They're all like, "This isn't Loki. This isn't Loki from the He's never been Loki from the comics, dude. Like, this is." Like, if you're gonna bitch now about Loki and then him having his own show, like I don't know what you've been watching.
But if you're gonna say that he's not Loki from the comics now, he was never Loki from the comics because he wasn't as built as Thor was. Doesn't look like Chris Hemsworth, but with black hair.
Loki's never built.
Yeah.
I mean, there might have been times depending on who's drawing him, but he's usually just, like, he's cut. Like, yeah, he's cut up and whatever. He's got muscle and shit. He's never like,
well, like, not as built as like Thor from the comics, but like Thor from Thor 1. Loki was built like that. Yeah, are you serious? Look up Loki from the comic book, right? Look up Loki comic book right now, and I bet you'll see. You'll probably see more of Loki built than not built. Let's see.
He was kind of built in what was it? Kong Skull Island?
Oh, dude, they're like one of the first ones I looked at. He's pretty stacked. I'm about to pull this up. He's pretty fucking stacked.
I'm telling you, like he's normally a bit more stacked usually. It's only in the recent series that they made him look a lot more like, like right there.
Any comic book character is gonna have hella muscles for no fucking reason.
Yeah, only recently they started making him thinner to look like Tom Hiddleston.
I'm sure if you look up like Norman Osborn, even he'll be kind of built.
Yeah,
no, look at that.
Norman is more like regular.
Is he Grant Gustin built though?
Loki beat the brakes off of Grant Gustin.
Yeah,
got kind of built. He got kind of built a little bit. They got to put him in the Oliver shirts.
Oh, I know. I know he can actually fit in that Green Arrow suit now.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching one episode. He's leaning against the couch like, damn, that guy got it built.
Yeah, like I saw it a lot more in the last episode that came out, the latest episode that came out. I was like, oh shit, the muscles
Now
like.
he's wearing that red shirt and one of he's just leaning against the counter talking. I was like, wow, what the fuck?
Yeah,
He wasn't kidding. He was working out.
yeah, but see what I mean?
I noticed it in the karaoke episode of Flash. I was all like, 'cause that shirt was fitting a little too tight, and when he had the microphone up to his arm, I was all like,
you see why his wife is pregnant
this arm
now?
guy huge.
You see why his wife is pregnant?
Yeah. You see why they're messing downstairs in the basement?
It is kind of stupid. Can you just ran him back to the fucking house real quick?
I know. Look right there.
Like,
There's another Loki that's built right over there.
Chester even catch him? Like he could have just like spat them away real fast.
I know they could have just sped back home. It was dumb, but it just made for funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see what I mean? Loki's cut a majority of the time.
Any comic book character is gonna have hella muscles.
Yeah.
Though.
But this man tried to prove me wrong. Look at that right there. Built Loki.
That's a different Loki. This is a woman Loki.
Yeah, but she's still built.
Yeah,
built too.
But this is how I'm used to seeing him. You know, like
just Tom Hiddleston. Well, yeah, that's how most people are used to seeing them because no one cared about Loki until Tom Hiddleston.
What about that one? What about that one? Come on now.
It's cute.
It's chibi. He's not built.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's cute. See, but I told you, look it up, and you'll find that.
I did. You proved me wrong. I'll admit.
Of course I did.
Wrong. Of course I did. Shut up.
Bro, don't come at me like that. Most are usually built like the Black Loki from the TV series.
Shut up. Now you're preaching.
So what was your review, Tony?
My review of this, I thought it was really good. I enjoyed how they like really like psychoanalyzed Loki, like about all his issues and all that. And how Sylvie was like, bro, at least you got to grow up. Like, at least you had your mom.
Yeah.
Like, I had to, like, fucking escape from the TVA at a young age. And they never explained what was her variant. They never explained why they took her out. Which is crazy.
Was it Straw Hat that had a theory that because she was, like, perpetuating good things or whatever, because what she was talking about as a kid, like what was she planning, like peace and stuff. I don't know, something she was doing.
Oh yeah, like she did good stuff. Like she was like the best out of all of them.
Yeah, even though she Star-Lorded this next 10 years of the MCU.
Yeah. Like at the end, she was like, I don't trust you, and I was like, so I'm gonna kill this man. And it's funny because like right after she kills him, she has that fuck, what did I do face.
Yeah. And she just sat down like, damn,
I really just did that. At like the only person that trusted me, I sent away.
Yeah.
Fuck.
A lot of complaints is that Loki became like a backseat in his own show. Because once he met up with Sylvie, he was basically following her lead.
Yeah.
The whole time.
It was
kind of true, but I guess I choose to look at it as like a...
he's a man in love. Like, he wanted to be there for her.
Oh, I just look at it as like a duo. Like
that's what it was. It was a duo, for sure. I mean, and they kind of explained it in the first the first to second episode where they were like, you're not the main character. This is who we're going after.
Yeah.
You just happen to be one of them.
The same person.
Yeah. You just happen to be the same person, but you're not the one we're going after. You're Sylvie was the MacGuffin of the story.
Yeah, for a minute. I thought they were gonna have to get to Richard E. Grant's character. I thought he was gonna be like older Loki, which he was, but I thought that was gonna be who they were really chasing, who were behind all this. Because I remember I was talking to Ivan. I was like, okay, so there's a few different theories I have. I'm not gonna hold my breath for Kang because I learned my lesson with WandaVision, but I still think it's a safe bet that Kang is here. But also, like, I would not be surprised if Loki did some Loki shit because I still, despite all this development, I still don't trust Loki because he's Loki.
Yeah.
You know, I think as a rule, you should always expect him to betray you at the end. Like, I think they did a good job with that in Ragnarok. It's like, pretty sure Thor still expected him to be like, nah, fuck this. Because he did anticipate it. And that's why he had that electric thing that he put on him.
Yeah.
So I was thinking like, I would not be surprised if Loki did some shit and betrayed them or whatever. Somehow, I wouldn't be surprised, but I'm kind of glad they didn't. Hey, he stuck his course.
And it's sad. The one time that he doesn't, it doesn't work out for him either.
Yeah, and he's kind of like right back where he started, lost and alone.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And his like best friend doesn't know him.
What about the self-cest?
The self-cest?
Yeah.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it as much. As long as they don't have kids, it's okay.
The Lokiest shit ever.
Yeah.
He fell in love with himself.
That's what even Mobius was like, the ego on you.
Yeah.
The narcissism to fall in love with yourself.
That's the Lokiest shit ever, though. Like, that
It
is so
is.
Loki.
I mean, but if you were to fall in love with a Loki, it would be the best option to fall in love with yourself.
I mean, Sylvie was a great character, so.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very much so. All right. Anything you guys want to also add about Loki?
I'm glad that they used this to set up the future of the MCU. Because, like, you're talking about Secret Wars. They could very well be going into that with this in a way.
And the Skrull invasion.
Yeah. Well, Skrull invasion is probably... That is weird. Like, how is they going to explain everything else? Like, is it just still just going to be... You know, everything's just going to be normal, but other shit is going to pop up. Like Doctor Strange is going to be...
No, it's just going to happen, and then all of a sudden they're going to explain how Mephisto fits into the story.
Mephisto's everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, didn't you notice that the horns kind of make an M or an upside down M?
Dude, speaking of that picture I saw, that the clouds in front of the Citadel was in the form of a 4. People thought those were the Fantastic Four tees. I was like, you've got to be fucking kidding me.
Bro, the reach, man. The reach that people.
Be fucking kidding me. This is why people hate MCU fans, because of stupid shit like this.
The reason they thought it was Fantastic Four was because of the fucking reach that they made.
Dude, that's more reach than Michael Jordan had in fucking Space Jam.
And I'm just wondering what Ant-Man and the Wasp are going to do to Kang. They got the first shot at him.
It's more reach than thinking Michael B. Jordan was Michael Jordan.
Hold on. We got to wait till next one for that shit.
I know. But
for a second, I thought he was actually going to come walking in like his old Jordan.
Yeah. And like give a good inspirational speech to LeBron. That's what I thought was gonna happen. All right, let's get back to Loki before we talk about Space Jam completely. All right. Oh, the scene where they're trying to survive at that one planet.
Yeah.
And then
it showed the heroic side of Loki.
Yeah.
Because he was like, all these people are gonna die.
I just don't give a fudge.
And it showed how powerful he is. He just stopped that fucking building
from falling on them. I was like, damn, Loki.
Like, why didn't you use this against Thor when you was fighting? Because when you look at Loki, you don't really think like straight up fighter.
Yeah,
I guess,
he
but
can
he is still
brawl.
a god. He still has powers. It's just he's god of mischief, and that can cover a lot, So,
Yeah.
like, he's not the god of thunder or anything, but still, he's a god.
Yeah, they just make it seem like he's not the physically strongest.
And it's just it also just gave us another great addition to the MCU with Sophia D. Martino. Is that her name? I think that's her
It
name. Yeah,
also gave us Lady Sif again, and
ladies.
damn, she's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, that was a surprise that she popped up. I was like, oh shit, go Sif. She's gonna be
Is it
Thor.
weird that I find her more attractive as Lady Sif than in real life?
I mean, I
Hey.
guess. I mean, I'd personally find her attractive in general, but I get it. The outfit, the armor, and all that.
Oh
But
no,
the
maybe it's
armor,
just the fact that she looks like a warrior.
the warrior look does it for me too. I get it. Trust me. I don't. Yeah, I get it. Like the armor and shit. Yeah, that's perfect.
So
what were you saying about Sylvie?
She's
No, I was
great.
just saying, like, just a nice addition to the MCU.
Mhm.
I think she played their role well. Yeah, Sylvia's pretty great.
Yeah. Cool thing that I found out after like what episode 5 is like what they did with her costume so she could breastfeed.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
that's why I'm saying is like we can't figure out ways how to let these people pee easier. Like they did
Right?
that for her. It's like you can't make an outfit for them so they can use the bathroom.
They can't. They can't do it.
They can do the thing to help her pump. They can let them fucking pee.
They can't do it because the crotch piece has to stay in there. So it makes it look like they have huge dongs.
Yeah. That's why I watch these movies.
Exactly. For the crotch pieces.
Yeah.
You think I'd be interested in the Superman movie if his crotch wasn't there?
I don't care about characterization or anything, dude. I want to see huge tits and huge dicks. That's it.
Okay, comics
idiot,
gate.
Javon.
That's
You
what the comic
fucking
gate would
idiot,
say.
Javon. So you were very happy about watching Black Widow then?
Yeah.
When
I
Alexi
got
came
all
out,
of it.
when Alexi had his shirt off, you
You were just like, oh.
Dude, when he was getting dressed into his costume after not wearing it for years, I was just like, whoo. I was just pulling tissue out.
You just came right there on the couch, didn't you?
I was just pulling tissue out, man. Just like,
He had to pause and clean off the TV screen.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Hell yeah.
So, final thoughts on it, Loki?
Honestly, I'd give Loki like an 8. I really enjoyed it. It was so good. It really gave us a good ending to Loki, and then we got confirmed season 2. Out of all of them, this one actually got a season 2.
Yeah. I said right away, Loki will return. That was the post-credit scene. That was all it was just a stamp. It's like, there's a season 2, guys. Hold on.
It makes sense that there's going to be a season 2. Out of all of them, this one definitely is the one that deserves a season 2.
Even though Sam got a Captain America 4.
Yeah, he got a movie. Yeah, no, but this makes sense why it would get a TV show.
I can see Hawkeye getting a TV show. I said nah, because I mean, if they're gonna do Young Avengers, then you can just transfer Haley to that.
Yeah, you could do like a 24-episode TV show of Young Avengers.
Ms. Marvel, maybe, if they don't put her in Young Avengers. She's not part of Young Avengers, though, is she?
Huh?
She's not part of Young Avengers, though, is she? I don't think so.
I mean, she can be.
MCU version, yeah, they can't do that, but
I mean, I don't see why not. She'd be a good addition.
Yeah.
New edition.
Yeah.
A lot of these Disney Plus shows on the slate don't really call for second seasons because it's like you can utilize this format to introduce different characters, then transition them.
Yeah.
To the movies, like you don't have to do you don't have to do a Nova movie. You can do a Nova series.
Yeah. Oh, this reminds me. I should have mentioned it when we were talking Black Widow, but like on like a friend stream, some people were calling Black Widow a filler movie. And I'm like, this isn't a filler. This is more of a tie-in.
All these movies are fillers, dude. Like these movies do exactly what comic books do. It's just fucking just set up. Like each movie just sets up shit for the next movie, and then that movie sets up shit for the next thing. Like even Infinity War.
Yeah, but that's not really filler. That's a tie-in.
I don't know. Like
a filler is non-canon work added to the story.
Or sometimes filler is just shit that just doesn't need to be there.
That is added. Exactly. Non-canon work that is just added there.
It can still be canon, it just doesn't need to be there. And Black Widow was fine, you know, like
it's a tie-in. You know, like how when you're like reading, like let's say Civil War, you're reading something, and when you end up reading like let's say an issue of Spider-Man, it usually like this is like the storyline is supposed to be, huh?
I'm not saying Black Widow was filler, but I'm just saying you don't know what filler is. That's all I'm saying.
No, I'm saying I do know what filler is. You don't get filler. You son of a bitch.
Filler is like what half of the season of Flash was.
Yeah, the fact that this one episode of The Flash was better than the majority of the season is sad.
Yes, it really fucking was.
I was just like, wow. Okay, but back to Loki. Wiener, your final thoughts on Loki?
My final thoughts on Loki, dude. I thought it was fantastic. I did enjoy Falcon and Winter Soldier a little bit more just because I like that type of like espionage type shit over like this fantastical whatever's going on. I do like time travel stuff. I don't know. Loki was great, dude. I don't know. I think I might have it tied with Falcon and Winter Soldier, and WandaVision was great too. Like I don't know. All the like you're probably thinking I'm like getting paid by the MCU for saying it's great because like everything you'll see online is like MCU is trash.
No, you expressing your actual thoughts and not giving a fuck what other people think.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
Yeah,
bro. If we were getting paid by Disney to promote this shit, we wouldn't be living in the situations that we live in.
I wouldn't have been talking shit about promoter either.
Exactly. I wouldn't be saying the shit that I would be saying about how like the Black Widow movie should have come out before because this just feels like them tying up loose ends.
You're a loose end.
Yeah, and all right, Jake, your final thought. Oh wait, what'd you rate it, Timon?
I give it like 8.5.
All right, cool. Jake?
I give it about an 8. I think it did a good job of setting up the future of the MCU. I do agree. I think Falcon Winter Soldier's a little better. Enjoy it a little better because I just
Captain America, the Winter Soldier.
I just think that I not that I don't like the fantastical stuff. I obviously do, but I think that more grounded stuff like the Cap side of the MCU is really fucking good, like really good. But yeah, I think it introduced a lot of possibilities on what Marvel can do moving forward. Like it doesn't. I know a lot of people get bored of the standard Marvel stuff and what they're doing, and this is presenting a new opportunity for them to get weird with it and more comic booky. Because I think at this point, general audiences are ready for that to accept the more comic booky stuff in it. And I just love the potential of what they set up. I fucking geeked out when Jonathan Majors appeared, except that he was really good in there when he showed up. Yeah, gave us some really good characters, and Owen Wilson, I really enjoyed him.
Wow.
Yeah, he didn't say wow that once, so
wow.
I think B-15 was pretty decent. I enjoyed. It was like she didn't have a lot to do, but she's like a pretty good bridge character, or whatever, I guess. Sylvie, obviously, I enjoyed
Killed
her
it.
and her interaction with Loki. I think they had a good dynamic. They had a lot of good chemistry. I'm not weirded out by their little self-cess thing. I just think it's it's happening in the comics anyway. It's the Loki thing. It can be worse considering Odin has a six-legged horse for a reason. We don't have to talk about that, but yeah, I give I give it about a 7.5.
I mean, Loki did say there was only one time.
Hey, it's what it is. Oh, and then shout out to them for confirming Loki and Sylvie being bisexual, and they used the bisexual lighting and everything.
Dope.
You notice the bisexual lighting they use?
No, yeah, I noticed. I just going. I was just saying dope to say dope
So
because it's
yeah,
dope.
I mean they weren't in any
Yeah,
relationships
it's
or
crazy.
anything, but
A lot of companies lately have been using the bisexual lighting.
yeah, it still makes you laugh that they used it in Godzilla versus
That
Kong.
was interesting.
Like, so Godzilla and Kong are gay.
Yes.
They're queer.
Yeah, good for them. So,
Yeah, good for them.
um,
I would think that. No, never mind.
no, go ahead.
Go
No, I
ahead.
forgot what I was going to say. That's why.
It was going to be offensive. It was going to
No,
be.
it's not. It wasn't going to be offensive. I just forgot what the word is for creatures that can reproduce by themselves, or like they can become whichever gender it is. I forgot what the word for that is. Like seahorses, they get pregnant, and then there's some uh other types of fish or like lizards that like they change their gender as well. Like so like they could become like man or woman in order to reproduce better.
I think frogs can do that shit.
I don't know about frogs. I think frogs, the men are the ones that get pregnant.
Well, Throg. Yeah, Throg.
Nah, I don't got his number.
Uh,
I don't mess with him like that. We move in different circles. All right, Jake, what would you rate this?
Yes, I gave it a 7.5.
Really? So would you put Black Widow above this?
Yeah, I would actually.
Without
Well, I don't
Florence
know. It's hard.
Pugh,
It's like,
would you put this above it?
wait, what?
Without Florence Pugh, would you put Black Widow
Without
above it?
Florence Pugh?
Yeah.
She was kind of like the heart of the movie, wasn't she?
Yeah.
I don't know. It wouldn't be a bad
Oh
movie
man,
without her, but I think that sister dynamic really elevated it.
I know.
It gave
Like
Natasha like
I still cannot get
interesting,
over that.
interesting.
Sorry, go ahead.
Not to say it gave Natasha a good dynamic to bounce off of, as opposed to like five other dudes,
Zach.
like Steve and Tony and all them. So yeah, I think she was definitely the heart of that movie. So take her
Yeah.
out of that. I don't know. Fun fact: Alicia Debney auditioned for that role. I think I read an interview where she said she auditioned for Black Widow, and I'm just going to assume it was Yelena. So could you imagine?
No, I feel like they did a good route with Florence Pugh.
I enjoy Florence Pugh in the role, but yeah, I would have argued if it was her either. So
Yeah.
I honestly can't picture her with the accent either, though. The Russian accent. I mean,
Yeah,
you probably can't do it. I'm just saying.
she probably could.
I can't picture it right now.
Man,
Oh, these thirsty
uh,
motherfuckers have been on
it's
Instagram
just
now.
those two main scenes about her calling her a poser.
Yeah, I meant to bring that up. I love that scene. Like, why do you do that thing that would you do when you're
you
fighting?
did bring it up, but not the full. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really good. That was one of my favorite scenes too.
I'm not a poser.
And it's funny, she's doing that while she's bleeding from her arm. She was like right there losing blood from her arm, and she's like still like making fun of her.
Oh yeah.
And then like they're at breaking out of Lexi, and then she does the pose again.
She's like fucking posing.
And then from the plane, she's like, she's such a poser.
Florence Pugh is just a delight. She just is.
And
if you ever follow her on Instagram, she has a fun Instagram. I remember somebody gave her like an ice cream maker for Christmas one year, and she would just go on live, like make hella videos of her making ice cream. And like a few days later, like a few weeks later, she's like, "I'm back making ice cream." And then she just started making ice cream. It's kind of funny.
That's funny. That is funny. Oh man, there's a lot of memorable scenes. I'm sure y'all will have a lot of memorable scenes if you watch both Loki and Black Widow. They're both good.
One scene from Loki that was made me laugh was in the first episode when he finally got that device, that time device, and he kept sending it back and forth.
Yeah, she was like, "Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Don't do it! Don't!" Like each time, and she never got to finish her sentence. That was funny.
I also like that scene when Loki and Sylvie got on that train when they were having that conversation. I think that was a good scene. And then she finally went to sleep and woke up. He's up there singing and shit.
What song was he singing again?
Some Asgard
song. Shit, or probably some Norwegian fucking drinking song.
Probably. And then he changed back to his TVA outfit too.
Oof.
Ooh, I heard that. All right.
We all enjoy Loki. We all just enjoy Black Widow. I was about to say Black Panther. The Black Widow and Loki.
Yeah, I like these movies. I like all this content
despite what the internet says, I think that they've been doing really well with Phase 4 so far with the Disney Plus shows and Black Widow.
Yeah, so, I'm surprised they're doing shows, but it makes sense for these shows. For these to be shows.
It allows them to introduce new characters without having to give them solo movies. So
it allows them to breathe within their development.
Totally do a fucking Miles Morales show or a Spider-Gwen show.
So good.
A Spider-Gwen show would be dope.
Yeah.
Like imagine Spider-Gwen.
No, yeah, for sure. I simp.
Everyone does.
Hell yeah.
Emma Stone be Spider-Gwen.
That would be dope too.
That'd be cool.
I simp even harder. All right. Well, I think this is a good place to end it.
Hey, that was good.
Yeah, it was good. Thank you guys for listening. Make sure to comment on the episode, like it, follow all our social medias. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch as well. We do some gaming there every now and then. And we also have, what else do we have? Oh, yeah. We're on Spotify as well. So like you guys can listen to us on Spotify, Radio Public, and SoundCloud, which is the main one that people listen to us on. And
that's the link that I post on my stuff for you guys is SoundCloud.
Thank you. Also, make sure to go to the Team Wiener podcast as well. We have it linked down in the description as well, with all our other stuff. And we also have a GoFundMe that you could, take a look at, donate if you feel like it. If you don't, we understand. Bye, everybody.
Donating.
What'd you say?
So me and Brittany were talking about donating yesterday.
Oh, thank you. Right. Bye, everybody.
I told her about how you offered me a job for your future internet cafe. She's like, "What is an internet cafe?" I'm like, "I don't even know, but it sounds like all I have to do is just clean computers." And I was like, "It's fucking, I can do that." This fucking
no. An internet cafe is hold on, let me actually finish this up and then I'll window instead of I'm not.
Oh.
I am.
Let me show you Internet Cafe.
Are you gonna pull up like images?
Yeah.
It's probably like it's probably exactly how I picture it to look like.
It's just like a bunch of computers. It'll look like
like computers like this
like a
or like
computer lab
this.
at school.
Yeah. Almost, but I plan on having it more like this right here, and like making it look nice. Maybe like animate art all over the walls, stuff like that. And then also adding a podcast room and also like a gaming tournament room and also like a tabletop room.
Dude,
Beyblade.
we went to this place in Plainfield today called fuck, I don't remember what it was called. It was just this big ass tabletop store. They had puzzles and other cool stuff too in there, but it was awesome. Like she's never seen any like these tabletop like style games or whatever, so she was just like blown away. She was like this is what you guys do, like do you play Dungeons and Dragons? I'm like, I did. I had a campaign a while back, you know. It's really fun, and it's even more fun once you like get miniatures and all these other fucking things. Like it's not necessary to play the game, but it adds more to it. And then I showed her Warhammer. I've never played Warhammer, but I've always wanted to. And she was all like, "Oh my god, dude!" And then like, she wasn't even paying attention to the prices. She was like, "I'm going to buy you like all this stuff for your birthday." And like,
you're never going to play these games.
I kept on pulling down a box or whatever. Like one of them would be like $150 just for this like expansion for some game that we were looking at. And
you're like, never going to play Warhammer. She should not get you Warhammer.
I'd play it. I'd find some people to play with.
You would not.
You know what you should play?
What?
Horizon Zero Dawn.
What's that one like?
The game is dope. Pull the footage up.
Is it tabletop?
Pull it up. Horizon Zero Dawn on YouTube.
All right.
Just show it. It's amazing.
Horizon Zero.
You see that Halo shit I keep posting on my Facebook?
Horizon Zero Dawn.
That redhead archer. I always post.
Okay, I haven't seen. No, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's like all over the place.
This is like the one Colossus game, kinda.
There were people talking shit about the redhead. They were like, "Oh man, look at how they're trying to make women now in video games."
Oh yeah. That dude.
And I'm just like, bro, like 22 years ago, women had cone tits. Relax.
But yeah, like Rita Repulsa had cone titties, dude. Like, but I don't know. I'd play this game. This game looks like it'd be pretty fucking cool. I mean,
it's an open world archer game.
Yeah.
She's not only an archer. Look, she's got a fucking knife right here.
It's a spear.
Oh,
yeah, it looks like a dagger.
It is a spear. It's not a dagger, but it's how she's holding it.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see.
It's a spear.
He's holding it by the edge.
It's like a.
Yeah.
I mean, you can use the spear for like light or heavy attacks, but it's primarily designed for the archery.
Looks more like a naginata.
Look at some footage.
See, here's a better angle with the spear right here.
There's a spear. Like you can do a finish, like a kill shot with a spear, like critical hit, and she'll just fucking stab it. Look at some footage.
Got
the Whitebeard Naginata. Oh my god, the amount of people hating on this character is so ridiculous, man.
I don't want to see the trailer. I want to see actual gameplay.
Well, I'm gonna go to sleep now, guys, because it's late for me. So I will bid y'all adieu.
Yeah, I'll head out to you, I guess. I gotta go anyway. Eventually.
All right.
You can watch this video if you want to, Mom. Bye.
Later. I just want to see actual gameplay.
Yeah, it's like You gotta fight all these damn machines and shit.
Oh yeah, this looks fucking awesome.
So the primary thing are like a bow and arrow and a spear, but you also get like a slingshot where it'll fire.
Yeah, she's got it right now, dude. She's about to kill a rabbit with it.
Yeah, so you can fire like electrical things or explosives or freeze stuff.
Yeah,
Like it's like certain machines will have certain weaknesses that you have to use certain things. Where there's like a trip caster where you can like plant these ropes that the machine will walk by and it'll get trapped or explode or something like that. The rope caster, it can bind machines, like hold them down and everything. It's pretty dope.
Yeah, I'd play the fuck out of that game for sure.
Yeah, it's hella dope. So, but yeah, all right, I'll let you go.
All right, man. Later, man. Good night.